Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Mary Goulet Show, cultivating a rich interior. Now, here's Mary.
Welcome back to the program. This is a real estate segment. Very cool. We have Scott Carson and Stephanie Goodman from WeCloseNotes.com. Check it out. Okay, in the prior segment, we talked about, one, how you came up with the idea, what is the overall picture of what you do. And this one, how do you make money? What's your highest performing? Because you have so many variables that you're not in control of because you're dealing with other people who are in distress with their property.
Totally correct. Every deal is a different story. You know, some people you want to help out. Other people are just using the system, trying to drag things out. But the biggest bang for our buck actually is when we buy this distressed debt is actually to keep the people in their houses if we can, if they're willing to work with us. Now, if they're not going to help themselves, they lie to us, not work with us, then we foreclose and then just either sell the property at the foreclosure auction or take the property back and list it with an agent and sell it.
Me.
Exactly. So that's really kind of, hey, it's worth $500. We bought it at $250. Great. We sell it at 90 cents on the dollar. That's $150,000 in profit, roughly.
Right.
That's a pretty good deal for us, unless it's a dragged out, longer process or
evictions and all that kind of stuff is a hassle.
Exactly. Then you've got attorney fees, eviction fees, rehab costs. That's all going to be cutting your bottom line. And I don't like rehabbing properties from across the country.
Right.
I like Austin. Now, the biggest bang for our buck, like I said, is to actually keep the homeowner in the property. So let's run our numbers.
Let's do it.
$500,000 house.
And the mortgage is?
Let's just say it's $550,000. They're a few months behind.
Got it.
Okay, about a year behind, so they owe $550,000. We bought that at $250,000, at 50 cents of value.
So the bank takes the loss.
They write off that loss off their books.
Okay.
Because they can now take that $250,000 and rinse and repeat that with originations and start making their fees back. Or leverage it 10 to 15 times. The way we make money is, okay, we bought the note at $250,000. We send out a letter. We start calling the borrower and say, hey, what happened? Let's try to work a win-win here. Can you start paying on time again?
And are they paying at the $500 level or they're paying at the $250,000?
They still owe $500,000. I bought that receivable. Okay, they still owe $500,000.
So their mortgage is staying the same. Their payment is staying the same.
They owe $550,000. So I'm going to say, okay, if you can start paying on time again, I don't care that you're a year behind. Start paying your existing payment on time again. After 12 months, I'll forgive the back payments. Or if you pay $100 extra or $200, every dollar extra you pay, I'll match that and forgive that. All right? So there's a lot of creative things that hey, you're at a 7 to 8% interest rate. Hey, pay on time for 6 to 12 months, we'll drop the interest rate down. You owe $550, pay on time for 12 months, we'll drop it to $500. But the way we make our money is to get them start paying on time. If their mortgage payment on that is what we figure was $2,500 on a $500,000 normal balance.
Right.
They start paying on time. $2,500 times 12 is $30,000. $30,000 in income over a $250,000 investment. It's a 12% return. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
But the big kicker is on the back end.
Okay.
Now they've paid on time for 6 or 12 months. It's now a reperforming note or a performing note. I can sell that note back to Wall Street or other investment firms at 80, 85, 90 cents on the dollar of the value. So now I bought it at $250, got 12 months of payments. A year goes by, I can sell that note at $400, somewhere between $400 and $480.
No way.
Yeah, so we add another $150,000 to $200,000 on the back end. And that's we make money on the front end, along the payment side, and then on the back end. Sometimes, we always like to try to get the borrower to bring a little skin to the game.
Right.
We're not going to say, you got to bring the full 12 months. Hey, can you bring 4 months of payments? Can you bring 2 months of payments? Can you bring something? Maybe pay a little bit extra each month. And that's a great way that we make it. Now, this has been going around for years. I mean, every bank buys and sells notes on a regular basis. That's where they make the most amount of their money is in the payment streams. They don't like taking the property back. They want the cash flow. And that's what we look to do is buy this debt, work to get cash flow coming in so it's a lot less work. I don't have to pay attorneys to start foreclosure. The borrower stays in the property. They're taking care of it. The air conditioner doesn't walk off in the middle of the night.
Right.
The copper goblins don't show up and strip it out. The electrical, which happens.
It does. Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we actually like occupied assets, occupied notes. A lot of people that come from the real estate game, they want, I want the vacant property. I want to buy it and rehab it and flip it. That's great if it's in your backyard. Mm-hmm. But I'm in Austin, Texas. I don't want to work that hard. I'm buying stuff across the country, so we like going after occupied assets because it gives us the most amount of exit strategies to make money. Do we foreclose? Yes, we foreclose in a big chunk of our assets, roughly about 40% of what we buy. But our biggest goal is, like I said, is get the bar reperforming and really let them have some dignity, right, Stephanie?
Exactly.
So keeping the property, they don't have to worry about moving out, uprooting the kids, paying deposits.
So is it somewhat of a loan mod?
It is. That's what we do. We do a lot of loan modifications.
But you're not doing it just on paper. You're actively, because I've heard people getting loan modifications and they just keep trying to call the bank to see where their paperwork is or what they're doing. But you seem to be more hands-on, really trying to create a solution.
We do create a solution. I've got a very good team, and they know exactly what they do. And we're not going to drag stuff out. I mean, the problem with bigger banks that are trying to do loan mods is they've got an hourly employee who doesn't really care.
Exactly.
There's no emotion into it. They're getting paid their $18-20 an hour. They got 100 files. If something's not right in the file, they put it to the bottom and then go to the next one.
Exactly.
We're
that's
not buying.
That's what I'm kind of explaining.
Exactly. It's a process. We've bought loans where the borrowers were trying to do a loan mod for 5 years. I mean, literally, I got the whole file. It's about 2 foot tall with all their hardship letters, and we called the borrower once we closed on the note and said, "Hey, what's the situation?" I said, "Your note's been sold," and they started crying. I was like, whoa, chill out. It's a good day.
Nice.
I'm ready to approve you right now for a loan mod. Let's get this done. I can have you talking with my attorney in your neck of the woods in 48 hours, and we can get you signed and start paying on the path back to recovery.
Oh, my gosh. What a relief. I mean, it's a game changer for people who got hit sideways in life.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do it to ourselves, but we all deserve a second chance.
That's correct. And there's a lot of people that things have happened to them. It's been outside their control. I mean, they were still going to work on time. They were still doing what they needed to do, and then the market changed on them. They had 5 foreclosures on their block, so now their property's underwater.
But that does not limit their ability to pay.
That's correct.
It's what they're doing. Did they buy a boat? Seriously.
No, you're exactly right, because we had that. Everybody was cashing out their equity and going buying toys, and then for a few years, it was a garage sale economy where they were selling those toys off trying to pay their mortgage again.
Exactly. Okay, so there is money in it, and let's go to your website for a second, because I see a lot of training, events. What is, because that's, I have a three-legged stool, real estate, vacation rentals, and podcasting.
Yep.
Books, all that. Do you have a three-legged stool over here?
I've got a three-legged stool. I've been actually buying distressed debt since 2008, and then I started teaching people how to do it because people are like, what the heck is a distressed note?
Right.
I want to learn. Where are you finding these deals? And so I was like, well, I can't buy all the stuff that's on all the books out there. I mean, there's 15 million homeowners underwater at the peak in 2010. There's still about 4 million homeowners underwater still to this day. So I started teaching investors because they came to me, hey, can you teach me how to do this? And so that's what we did. We teach courses. We've got some online training. We've got a specific mastermind where people get together 3 to 4 times a year, and we really work on each other's businesses. We buy together. I mentioned co-opetition in the first segment.
Right.
Big believer in that because we get lists there are 400 to 1,000 different properties. I can't buy them all.
So then people pool their money into the investment fund?
No. We don't do that, but
Okay.
we'll do separate carve-outs. Like I'll give you, Steph started as an investor with me. She'd buy 2 or 3. We have another investor, say Daryl Isaacs, who will buy 25, or Jeffrey Wolf, who will buy 10. And so we kind of co-bid together. I'll buy 50, and then we all will kind of pool our bids, even though she's only buying those, he's only buying those. And so we get, I call it like buying at Sam's versus Walmart. We get a bulk discount.
Right. That's
cheaper
perfect.
discount. It's 4 different contracts, but the hedge fund doesn't care who's buying what, or the bank doesn't care. They just want to see some money coming in, and they go from there.
Okay, because I get texts as being an agent. I'll get a random text. Hey, this is Pearl. Do you have any flips or off-market deals? I'm like, dude, I'm in the market. If I do, I'm taking it.
Right.
So they do not understand what you're doing. They're still trying to find that house, the unicorn
Yep.
that they can put lipstick on a pig
Yep, that's correct.
and sell it, and a margin of $15,000. California, San Diego, especially in LA, probably.
Oh, yeah.
There are pockets,
Yep.
but we're all vultures here.
Yes.
So we know what's going on in our hoods.
Darn buzzards.
Yeah. So you really do have to go to, like I have a friend who would flip in Arizona a lot.
Yeah.
Made a fortune. But he called me a couple months ago and he's like, it's getting too hard. There's no margin, man. There's nothing. One, all the properties are drying up.
Yep.
So I'm going to give him your website.
It's fine.
Because he's got the money. He lives part-time in Arizona and San Diego.
What you have to realize is the note game, it's different than a fix and flip because you do become a bank and you have to really look at because you've got, it's not just we get a lot of fix and flippers into the note game. They overpay for assets because they're not considering the foreclosure time frames and the foreclosure
But that's
costs.
why you educate people.
Amen to that, exactly.
And also the price point is less because here our median income is over $500,000 or something crazy like that in San Diego.
Yep.
Used to be 2-something. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, what you buy in one property here, I could buy a block in other places.
That's what I'm saying. All right, we'll be right back on the Mary Goulet Show.
I've heard this is like one of the best pizza spots in town.
Yes, it is.
I'll do a slice of pepperoni, slice of vegetarian.
You got it.
And I will pay for all of that in 3 days.
In 3 days.
What's that mean? Well, wait, you accept credit cards. That money's not going to hit your account for 3 days anyway.
I need my money quicker.
At Chase, we hear you. With Express Funding, card payments are in your Chase account the next business day. Go to chase.com/expressfunding. Chase for business, so you can.
Compensated participation. All businesses are subject to credit approval. Not all clients are eligible for next business day funding, and additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Too much to do? Not enough time to get it done? Call on the experts at Another 8 Hours for your business support needs. By partnering with Another 8 Hours, we allow you to focus on the more important matters, like being in front of your clients, doing what you do best, rather than being stuck at a desk poring over paperwork, rummaging through emails, returning phone calls, and struggling to get everything done by yourself. Meanwhile, your family and social life are going down the drain. Go to another8hours.com or call 8 more hours. That's 866-734-6877.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life. Live it well.